Hey, I'm Grant Fox, and this is the review of the Galaxy Note Edge. When I first bought the Note Edge, I was a bit skeptical about spending $100 more just for a side of the phone to be curved. However, after owning the Edge for almost a week, I must say that the edge on the side of the screen is definitely not a gimmick at all. In fact, I found several cases where the Edge really outperformed the original flat Note 4. The Galaxy Note Edge looks exactly like the Note 4, mainly because it is the Note 4. It just has the right side of the phone curved, so that a hotbar and side panels pop up every time you touch it, or when you swipe it. The Edge panel really clears up the home screen and dedicates favorite apps to its own panel. You also have quick access to the Edge regardless of what app you're running, so you don't have to minimize windows. Another thing I found really useful in the Note Edge was the music player. I could quickly launch the music player via the Edge, go back to the app I originally wanted, and change the song on the Edge, all without having to leave the app. In terms of hardware and software, the Edge is exactly the same to its curveless brother, the Note 4, from the camera all the way down to its processor. I also didn't think that I would use the quick tools pull-down bar as much as I thought, but I found myself readily using the flashlight and timer tools, and it is pretty convenient to have them that quickly available to you. Just like the Note 4, it comes with the S Pen, and you can even use the pen on the Edge panel. Let's talk tech. This phone is a multitasking monster. I was able to do 3 things at once with the Edge. I could do things like look at my calendar on one side, browse the web on the other half, and then use the Edge to launch different apps or switch to different panels all at the same time. The processor is more than capable of doing intense tasks, and with a screen with a pixel density of 524 pixels per inch, the screen has never been sharper. Although, I have noticed that the battery life suffers due to the more pixels that need to be lit, but that is to be expected with a QHD phablet like this. I found with heavy usage and even with power saving enabled, the battery gives me more than half a day's charge. With 16 megapixels, the rear camera is the best I've seen on a smartphone yet. And with a 3.7 megapixel front-facing camera, your selfies can look high quality too. They gave the front camera a wide-angle lens, so you can take better selfies with others. But I've noticed that the camera will oddly shape your head if you're too close, or if you have the phone vertically. So this makes this almost impractical for close-up selfies by yourself, at least in my opinion. But here's what I didn't like. Because I have Verizon, the newest Android 5.0 update has not come out for the Note Edge yet. Without this crucial update, there are things about this phone that really make it hard to use, like the camera button placement for instance. I also don't like how they moved the notifications to the Edge, instead of at the top of the phone where they are usually found. If you have buttons that are close to the Edge, the panel will pop out and you might hit the Edge panel by accident, instead of trying to hit the button that you originally intended to hit. Depending on its orientation, the Edge will sometimes have a distracting glare from light on it, and sometimes this glare makes reading text on the Edge very difficult. Another thing I didn't like was how the curve was only on one side. If you're someone who likes things symmetrical, only having the curve on one side is probably going to bother you. One feature I adored on the Note Edge is the night clock feature. By running your finger back and forth on the Edge when the screen is off, the time, date, and any missed notifications will pop up for you to read. It also displays at the lowest level of brightness, so it won't hurt your eyes at night. In the end, I decided to go with the Galaxy Note 4 instead of the Note Edge. Don't get me wrong, I loved this phone. It was definitely a head-turner. I had many people complimenting me on the phone. But I decided to switch because I felt the phone would be neglected. Verizon has pushed Android Lollipop updates across every device, including the S4, but the Note Edge has still failed to have that update, which is concerning to me. And finding accessories like cases for the Note Edge is not as easy as it is for the Note 4. The Note 4 is already a fantastic device, but I fear that Samsung will not give the Note Edge as much attention as the Note 4 gets. I also feel that they have a lot of bugs to fix, including the notifications, and putting the camera button back in the middle of the phone instead of having it on the edge, which made it difficult to take a picture. So, would you get the Note Edge, or would you get the Note 4? Do you think the Note Edge is worth the $100 more? Post your opinion in the comments below, and don't forget to share the video if you liked it. I'm Grant, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.